Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. So today we're doing a part 5 of Canva tutorial. Yay! So today we're going to be learning about organization, as in how to do your text. What fonts go with each other, what doesn't go with each other, how do I know how it goes with each other, how do I not know that it goes with each other. So to do that, we're going to go ahead and open up a new page. We're just going to open up a little portrait flyer. Okay. And we're going to go ahead and get a text, and we're going to put whatever you want. No, I'm serious. We're going to put whatever you want. There you go. So how can we separate this and make sure that it actually goes with each other? So you want to know what is your main theme, as in what you want to impact people, because here I recently made this flyer whatsoever. I'm going to show the TV screen that I made for the church. I made this, and the part where it's supposed to impact you and actually call your attention is in red, and that has to do with color. I forgot how to say that, but it has to do with that, and what colors go with each other, what colors don't go with each other, and that's a completely other thing to talk about. But look at how the text is. It doesn't give away effect, but you can still notice that the name of the church is there. You can still notice that there is the red text, which is supposed to call your attention, which I bet is the first thing you looked at. But when you did look at that, you saw the beginning, you also saw the middle that was still there and still impacted you, but not as much as the red text. And that's what we're going to be learning about here. This, I'm going to be learning which texts go with each other more, and we're going to go ahead and get into that right now. So put whatever you want. We're just going to go ahead and separate you want from put whatever. Why can't I copy paste? I'm going to copy paste it because I'm lazy. Copy, paste, there we go. And you're going to want to look for a cursive and then regular font. And that's how we're going to put it. We're going to put cursive on top of regular. Because regular on top of regular doesn't really make sense unless you have this specific thing that I'm going to show you. And how do you call this? 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 And cursive on top of regular font is better, okay? Cursive on top of regular font is way better. And I just forgot, I did not record the whole entire thing on the computer. That's fine. We'll quickly just show you guys that. And then, there we go. I'll explain in the video. I don't know if you guys can see really well. I'm sorry. I forgot to record on the phone as well, the computer. But that's fine. That's what's less. So we're going to put whatever in cursive. So we're going to go ahead and look for handwriting, which will direct you directly to cursive types of font and everything. But let's go ahead and do, no, that looks very royalty or whatsoever. Put whatever. We're going to make it look aesthetic, okay? Now, you just saw me put that extra space there, is so it will look more spaced out, because cursive, you have to be careful with what type of cursive type font that you use, because the letters will be more uppercase and some lower cases. And it depending how wide it looks, it does that. We're going to put whatever. And then you want has to be a regular font, which we're going to go ahead and you can check them out right here and then. There's this one. Remember that you have to be just playing around. I can show you how to execute this, as in how to go in into fonts, changing it, how to do spacing and everything. But you're really the one who has to experiment and everything. You can also go into Pinterest and how do you say that? You can also go into Pinterest and as well look for font things that go together. Sorry, I hit something. That go together or whatsoever. But yeah, that's really much of what you really gotta do. This is not really long a tutorial. But there we go. And how do you call the attention with colors and text? Well, you might wonder why they have so many red text everywhere and it always calls your attention, such as McDonald's. Well, I'm gonna be telling you something. They have red boldness in certain places that really call your attention. And it's to actually call your attention because red stands out. It's a standing out color. So if you have a black and white something and you want to make something stand out, let's go ahead and search up black flowers to show you really fast. Oh, these are pretty. There we go. And then we're gonna put them like that. Okay. We're gonna make it look aesthetic, okay? That's what we're doing because I'm gonna show you guys a really cool fact. There we go. Now, pump whatever. Like, oh my god, pump whatever. Anyways, pump whatever. And we're gonna go ahead and put an effect to this, and we're gonna put an outline that is white, just like that. And we're gonna put what you want in red. Now, I don't like the red that Canva always provides because it's more of an orangey red. Make sure that this is in the back and that the cursive goes on top. And we're gonna put this red into like more of a burgundy type of thing, like that. And then in here, I don't know if it'll look better thick. No, there we go, because I want to look like if it's on top. It's being cut out with the back. Now, we need more flowers. That's what we need. There we go. It's really anything that you want to put. And this is just a quick example that I'm doing for you guys, because I know many people get very confused in this, and I completely understand, because I also got very confused in what colors go together and everything, and it's usually what people struggle with in graphic designing, and not I'm gonna say falta, not like lost or lack of creativity. There we go, lack of creativity or whatsoever. It's not that. If not, it's how to put your creativity to be exactly what you pictured and everything. To give it a little something, I had made this for one of the people at church so they can practice more of their things, which this actually I use it myself many times because it actually gives me a pop of creativity of things that I usually put in my flyers and everything, which honestly gives a meaning to your work, which might sound, oh wow, but you're not an artist, but you are, because not only bringing something to life, you can come to the moment where you have to go ahead and paint on your letters or your text to make it the way you want and how it's supposed to be of how you want. So it kind of is a work of art if you want to think about it that way. But there we go. You could have put way more flowers and everything, and maybe even bigger. Like if we could just take this out and this out and just put this way bigger like that and make it kind of go on that sort of thing. And maybe these flowers are actually really pretty here. But flip it and you kind of have a whole thing. With this type of things, if you're a person that likes to post aesthetic things on Instagram or even on YouTube or whatsoever, you can use even Canva just like this. Instead of putting whatever you want, you can put walk in God's way or affirmational words and stuff, and that affirmational point word like trust in God, you can put that trust in a bright orange, bright red, bright yellow, bright green, those really bright colors. Might say even neon. It's just what calls your attention or calls one's attention and be like, oh, let me read this. Or that impactful, you can put everything in regular text and then put that impactful word in cursive, which everyone's just going to want to skip to that point. And that's what makes an impact. Right now, probably the only thing you're really reading and impactful is you want. And it's usually like that. Black and white or gray, red pops out. And color sorts as white, khaki, and everything sort of that. Don't put orange or don't put yellow because it's in that color scheme. You can again put red or blue, colors that really impact you, but make sure they're in a color coordination. I think I said that right. I'm sorry if I didn't. But make sure it goes in that line of those colors that actually go with it and doesn't make your thing look like a whole mess. You can do deeper studies in what the human psychological goes to and what they understand of colors and what really calls their attention. And you guys might be like, graphic design even goes to the human body and everything? Yes, because how are you going to make something that doesn't call the attention of someone? Make it make sense. But yeah, and that's kind of what I wanted to bring to you guys today. You can not only do this type of writing text or whatsoever. Let me put this in the back. Cool type of look. But just like this, maybe if we change the regular font, it'll look better and stuff. But you can just go ahead and play around. Just choose a color scheme and play around with that. But yeah. So sorry, my camera cut out, so I might have lost footage. And I'm so sorry if it's blurry. It probably is. But again, I just want to say a few things. You can put whatever you want, like I said, and just make sure that it goes together and that it's also understandable, because many people don't know how to read cursive. So you would have to honestly usually just put how do you call that? Different types of fonts and stuff. Like this one, you can still understand it even though it's cursive because the letters aren't completely cursive. As we know, many things don't really look cursive, but it has like that whimsical type of look. But just like this, maybe if we change the regular font, it'll look better and stuff. But you can just go ahead and play around. Just choose a color scheme and play around with that. But yeah. Like I said, I changed the camera and like that because my camera kept like cutting out and stuff because it does that. But yes, and that's really just different things you want to do and stuff, and just bring your image into mind, your image into life, sorry. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If you guys have any questions, go ahead and put it in the comments down below. I will answer them. I promise you, I look at the comments. I read every single comment of every video. Do I get to them a little bit late? Yes. Do I still look at them? Yes. I like every single comment that I like. I like every single comment because I just find that like a big support, especially as a beginner. But thank you guys again so much for watching. Go ahead and check out my playlist where it has every tutorial, and that will quite literally help you with everything we've been learning about. But yes, I hope you guys again enjoyed this video, and see you guys in the next one. Again, don't forget to subscribe and follow me on my Pinterest. Why do I only have 6 followers on my Pinterest? Okay, 6 followers, but I have 2-point-something K monthly viewers. What's the point? Like, if you like what you see, why don't you follow? So you can be updated with everything. So go ahead and subscribe, guys. Subscribe, please, 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 please. It's completely free. It doesn't cost you anything at all. It doesn't affect you. It affects me. Okay? And in a good way if you subscribe, and if you don't, in a bad way. But anyways, yes. See you guys in the next one.